honey. I'm Barbara.
Yeah, and we're here to do Big Kid Storytime with you.
Yes, we cannot wait. We have books. We have lots of books, but today we're only reading one. And we have songs, 2 of them.
Yes. We have an opening song. We want to say hello, don't we?
Yes.
Okay, let's do it.
Hello.
Hello.
And how are you?
I'm fine.
I'm fine.
And hope that you are too.
Okay, in Spanish now?
Yes, in Spanish. Let's do it.
Hola.
Hola.
¿Y cómo está?
Estoy bien.
Muy bien.
Y espero que tú también.
Woo!
All right, let's do some stories.
Let's go.
Hi everyone, welcome to Big Kid Storytime. We're so glad to see you again. My name is Whitney and this is
Debbie. Hi, it's nice to see you all.
We're so glad we are here with you another week to do Big Kid Storytime. And this week, what's our letter? Do you see it? If you see it, shout it out. I think I see it. And I'm really excited for this letter. This letter is W.
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah. So my name starts with W, and what sound does W make, Miss Debbie? Do you know?
I know it goes wah, like Whitney.
And what else? Let's see. Worm. Do you like worms? Kind of, but they're good.
They do good stuff.
Yeah. Whale, and there are two W words on that one. We have watch and waiting. Are you a good waiter?
I'm not.
No?
I'm not a good waiter.
That's okay. And water and
Watermelon.
So good. Miss Debbie, do you know how to make W in sign language?
I do. Do you have your hands?
Yes.
Just need one hand. Just put up all your fingers like that. Put your pinky finger down, put your thumb down, and make sure you have those 3 fingers up and have them spread, because see, what does it look like? It looks like a W, doesn't it? 3
see,
and
W.
just like the
Just like a W.
Just like a W. And that is the letter W in sign language.
Okay, so this week, before we get to our story, which you can already see right here, before we get to our story, our early literacy skill is, what is it? It's letter knowledge. And letter knowledge just means you know what sound a letter makes. You know that this is the letter W. So I want you to go up to your parents and tell them a word that starts with W. You can tell them, what was this one again? Whale. Or you can tell them water or watermelon. Or if you have a name that starts with W, like Whitney, then you can write it in the comments and let us know.
Yeah, we would like to know if there are any of you with names starting with W out there. That would be nice.
Any fellow W names?
Yes.
Okay. So we are going to read a book called Little Penguins, and it is written by Cynthia Rylant and illustrated by Christian Robinson and published by Schwartz and Wade.
Little penguins.
Snowflakes.
Many snowflakes.
Winter is coming.
Mittens. Many mittens.
And matching scarves.
That's important. Trouble with the pages today. Socks, 1 for each foot. What about boots? Red ones.
So, how's the snow? Do you like playing in the snow? When there is snow?
We don't get much chance here in Texas, but when we have it, oh, look, their snow is deep. There we go.
Deeper. Very deep. He's sinking in the snow.
Where's Mama? She was there. I saw her. Huh?
On her way. Oh, she's playing in the snow too.
sliding down the hill. Ooh, brr, let's go home.
In the door and off, 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 off.
Jammies on. Warm cookies, please.
Yum.
And sippies. Thank you.
Wrap up tight. Watch the night.
I love snow at night. Winter is here. They're all snug in their little igloo.
The end.
That was nice. I like that. That was.
So these little penguins played in the snow. But you know what else you do sometimes during the winter? You put up trees. So we have a story about a man with a tree.
And his name is
Mr. Willoughby.
Mr. Willoughby.
That's a silly name. You know what else? Starts with a W. Mr. Willoughby starts with a W. Okay, I take it back. It's not a silly name. Okay.
So this goes just like that.
Okay, are you ready? Are you ready for this story? Are you ready? Okay, let's hear it.
Mr. Willoughby's Christmas tree came by special delivery. Fresh and green, it was the prettiest tree you had ever seen. And it was very, very tall. And when Mr. Willoughby had set it up in his living room, it was so beautiful. It was perfect, except just at the top, where it was a little bit too tall, and it touched the ceiling and made the top go like this. So Mr. Willoughby got his big scissors and he went cut, cut, cut. And he cut off the top of the tree and set it aside for the upstairs maid, Miss Adelaide. And Miss Adelaide was so happy to have the tree. She set it up in her living room and it was so beautiful. It was perfect. Well, except just at the top where it was a little too tall and it bent like this because it touched the ceiling. And so Miss Adelaide got some scissors and she went cut, cut, cut. And she cut off the top of the tree and set it aside for Mr. Tim, the gardener. Oh, Mr. Tim was so happy to have this beautiful tree. He took it out to his lodge and he set it up by the fireplace. It was so beautiful and it was just perfect. It's beautiful. Except just at the top where it was a little too tall and it touched the ceiling and made it go like this. So Mr. Tim took his scissors and he went cut, cut, cut. And he cut off the top of the tree and set it outside the front of his lodge. Well, it was starting to snow now and it was getting a little dark when who should come along but Barnaby Bear. And Barnaby saw the tree and oh, it was so beautiful. He knew he was going to take it home to Mrs. Barnaby and all the little cubs. And so he did. And he took it home and they brought it into the den and they set it up. And oh, it was so beautiful. It was just perfect. Except just at the top where it was a little too tall and it touched the top of the den and it went like this. So Barnaby Bear took his scissors and he went cut, cut, cut. And he cut off the top of the tree and set it outside the den. Well, it was very dark by now and snowing pretty heavily when who should come along but Frisky Fox. And Frisky Fox saw the tree and went, "Oh, Mrs. Frisky and all the kits will love this tree. I am taking it home to our foxhole." And he did. And he pushed it down the hole, and Mrs. Frisky and all the kits set it up. And it was so beautiful. It was just perfect. Except just there at the top, where it was a little too tall, and it touched the top of the foxhole, and it made it go like this. So Frisky Fox took his scissors and he went, cut, cut, cut. And he cut off the top of the tree and he set it outside the foxhole. Well, the snow was starting to lighten up now, but it was very, very dark when who should come along but Benjamin Bunny. And he saw the tree and knew that Mrs. Benjamin and all the little bunnies would love this tree. And so he took it home to his burrow and he stuffed it down inside. And oh, all the little bunnies were so happy. It was just beautiful and it was perfect, except just at the top where it touched the top of the burrow and bent like this because it was just a little bit too tall. So he took the scissors and he went cut, 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 and he cut off the very top and set it outside the burrow. Well, the snow had stopped and the stars were sparkling in the sky, and it was very dark except for the light of the stars when who should come along but Mistletoe Mouse. And Mistletoe Mouse saw the tree sitting outside Benjamin Bunny's burrow, and he said, "Oh, Mrs. Mouse, Mrs. Mistletoe Mouse will love this tree, and so will all the little mousies." And so he took it home to his little hole in Mr. Willoughby's, what is that stuff called at the bottom? Molding. He had a little hole in the molding at Mr. Willoughby's house, and he took the tree home, and Mrs. Mistletoe Mouse and all the mousies were so happy, and they looked at it. It was so beautiful. And at the top, if you please, they placed a star made of cheese. Oh, wasn't it grand to have a tree just like Mr. Willoughby? The end.
That was such a fun flannel. I love that one.
And they all shared it. Isn't it nice? The tree went a long way to making everyone happy.
It did.
The end.
The end. Okay, everyone, we're so happy to have you here for story time this week. So remember, if you have any W words, to write them in the comments. But I think Barbara and Honey are ready to sing their song.
I think they are too. We'll see you later.
Bye.
Bye.
It's time to say goodbye to all our friends.
Woof, woof!
Yes, it's time to say goodbye to all our friends.
Woof, woof!
Yes, it's time to say goodbye, and we hope that you are fine. Yes, it's time to say goodbye to all our friends.
Woof, woof! Bye!
Bye!